Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of my Megapark. Now, in this episode I want to work on this area right over here, and I want to make an Egypt themed area. But before I do that, I first want to fill this area over here with something. And what I've decided to do in the end is to extend the hotel with a swimming pool. Now, I'm not really sure if this is a good place for people to go sunbathing. Probably when the sun's really high, then it would make sense. But else the roller coaster would just block the sunlight. But oh well, I don't care. So let's get started on a little swimming pool area. Alright, I think this is a nice looking little swimming pool. I want to thank you all for your suggestions. Anyway, I think it's time I start on the Egypt area. Now, one mistake many people make when they want to work on an Egyptian themed area is that they will just throw down sand. Then they'll throw down a pyramid, some palm trees, and it's like, look, I have an Egyptian themed area. Well, yeah, that's really not how to make a nice looking Egypt themed area. If you look at the real theme parks with an Egypt themed area, you will almost never see sand. If there's sand, there's just very little. Sand is actually really annoying to have as a surface for your park, because if there's some wind, the sand goes everywhere. Also, when people walk through wet sand, the sand will spread all through the park. So yeah, typically when there's an Egypt area, there's either just a lot of stone pavement, or there's actually a lot of grass with Egyptian gardens, sort of themed like the Nile Delta, which actually was a very fertile area in Egypt. Anyway, what I will be doing is just creating a very green, grassy area with some Egyptian ruins dispersed in between. Now, I also want to make a coaster in this area. So yeah, I actually wanted to do an invert, but I don't want to do a B&M invert because I already have that in mind for a different themed area. So instead, I'll go with what's it called? A compact inverted coaster. Well, yeah, the model is basically based off the Vekoma suspended looping coaster. Anyway, I don't want to make the standard model. I will make one of these coasters which is themed of less common type of these compact inverted coasters. I will not tell you which model it is. Let me know in the comments if you know which coaster this thing that I'm making now is inspired by. Now, I do have to say I will take some liberty in the layout, just because it has a 0G roll, and when you make a 0G roll in this game, it usually becomes very long. So yeah, I will just get started on the coaster. Alright, here's the coaster. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna say which coaster it's inspired on, but it should not be too difficult to guess. I took a little bit of liberty with the layout, because normally the 0G roll doesn't go over the lift hill. So yeah, it's not an exact recreation, but I think it is pretty close. I don't even know the stats yet, but it's not doing anything crazy, so they will be pretty good. Alright, just gonna make a transfer track quickly, and then I can go start decorating the area. Okay, here's something you might not know, but these pyramids, they're actually hollow on the inside. So, for example, if you place right, you can usually place a pyramid, or you can usually hide it inside the pyramid. Maybe a little bit tricky to do, but yeah, it probably needs to be a little bit deeper. But if you disable clearance checks, it's really easy to hide a ride inside a pyramid. What I want to do now is I want to get a 3D cinema, and I want to place it inside a pyramid, so that guests actually enter the pyramid as an attraction, and inside they can then watch a movie. Anyway, I did use zero clearance now to get the 3D cinema into the pyramid, but we did a multiplayer round once where we were not allowed to use cheats. There I actually did the same trick. There I was able to fit the 3D cinema into it without cheats, and people were really wondering how that was possible. But yeah, it's possible to hide rides under a pyramid. It's hollow on the inside. Alright, I think that was enough building for this episode. So here's a little overview of the Egypt area. It's far from done. I really want to have some extra buildings here, some more ruins maybe. So yeah, this area still needs a lot of work, but I really like where this is heading. So yeah, just a little summary of what I built in this episode. So first, of course, there was the little swimming pool here, right by the hotel. After that, I built this roller coaster. I called it Anubis Adventure. So yeah, it's based on a real roller coaster. Let me know in the comments if you know which coaster it's based on. I made this pyramid, and under the pyramid there's a 3D cinema called Ra's Revenge. It's a 3D movie. I made a little restaurant here that sells lemonade, or tropical juice it's called, and fruity ices. What better to eat than fruity ices in the Egypt area? And here I made this little magic carpet ride. Alright, in the next episode I want to finish this area, and then I'm sure it will look really cool. Alright, for the rest of the episode I will just follow one car of the roller coaster, and that will be the end of the video. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again in the next one.